Hi everyone, it's Reverend Betty again with another one of my nativities to show you and tell you about. This one is very unusual. I love it. I just got it last year, but it comes from a country called Kyrgyzstan. Now, I don't know a lot about Kyrgyzstan, and you probably don't either. It's a country that's in Central Asia. It's near China, and it's up in the mountains. About 94% of the country is very high mountains. And it used to be part of the USSR, but it became independent in 1991. Now, it was a little hard to find about Christmas customs in Kyrgyzstan because 75% of the population is Muslim. And so they don't celebrate Christmas. It's a different kind of faith than Christianity. But some people there are Christians. They're Russian Orthodox because it's near Russia too. So I'm going to tell you just some general things about Kyrgyzstan and a little bit about some of the things they do at Christmas time. So one of the things I thought was interesting, their main meat, you know how we eat beef and chicken and maybe pork, sheep are the main source of protein for the people who live in Kyrgyzstan. And almost every family owns a few sheep, and they would use those for their meals. And sheep have sort of fatty meat, and the people in Kyrgyzstan are very hardworking, and when they were nomads, when they traveled around all the time, and some still are, they needed a lot of energy from fatty meat, especially for long winters. Now, one of the things I did find out is if you went to Kyrgyzstan, you'd see them celebrating something that looked like Christmas. They'd have a Christmas tree, and they'd have somebody who looked like Santa Claus. They actually call him Father Frost. And but they do this for New Year's, not for Christmas, because they're not Christians, so they're not celebrating Christ's birth. They sing New Year songs, which have the same tunes, the same melodies as our Christmas songs, but different words. And so you might get a little confused there, thinking they're celebrating Christmas. As I mentioned, they have the Russian Orthodox Church, and so those people would do some of the things at Christmas that we do, except they'd celebrate Christmas in January, around January 7th. And they would go to church and then have special meals. And what they'd probably have for Christmas or for any of their holidays would be a dish called beshbarmak. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that exactly right, but it's noodles and meat, and they eat it with their fingers. And it's expensive to prepare, so they'd only have it for holidays. Otherwise, they'd have rice with lamb and vegetables and potatoes. Potatoes are something they eat a lot of breads, dark breads, and cakes and cookies like us. They also have nuts, lots of nuts. They have the world's largest natural walnut forest anywhere in the world. So in Kyrgyzstan, as I say, the Orthodox Russians would celebrate Christmas, and they would have Christmas trees and Christmas music. But they have a custom that I thought was interesting. On Christmas Eve, they don't eat until the first star appears in the sky. According to this belief, just at the same time that a star appears, that's the start of a new day. And sometimes children are sent out to watch for the first star. And I thought that was kind of interesting. You might want to do that this Christmas. So here's the nativity. And here's Mary and Joseph, and they're in like wool clothes and fur hats. They're very interesting looking. And notice Mary has long braids. That's how women in Kyrgyzstan often wear their hair, at least traditionally. And here's baby Jesus, if you can see him right in there. He's in his little crib. But I think what's most interesting is this. This is called a yurt. You may have seen yurts. Some people go camping in them. And it opens up and it holds Mary and Joseph and the baby. But a yurt is what some of the people in Kyrgyzstan live in. If they're nomads, if they go out and travel a lot and with their sheep or with their livestock, they would set up a yurt. And yurts are sort of like tents, but they also have a floor. Some of them have floors. And so this Mary and Joseph would have maybe lived in a yurt if they had been in Kyrgyzstan, and maybe baby Jesus would have been born there. So that's my nativity from Kyrgyzstan. I hope you enjoyed learning a little bit about the country. Maybe you learned some new things you didn't know. I did. And it was fun to share that with you. So I hope you're well. I hope you're all ready for Christmas. It's just a few days away now. I still miss you. I still miss you a lot. And I hope to see you soon. So everybody take care. Bye now.